Alright, on this tutorial we're going to be talking about the 9-line mod setup, how to set up the keybinds, and also some of the features that encompass some of the coding in the different parts. So first and foremost, to set your controls, you're going to go open up your escape and press options. You're going to go to controls. It'll pop up the control configuration panel. Press configure add-ons, which opens up all of your mod keybind controls, and obviously you're going to go to notepad and 9-liner. So these are all of the control binds for the mod. Now I only have a couple of them essentially turned on. Reason for that is we don't use medevac, gunship, all of these, which is pretty much just call for fire, orders, and direct fire, that sort of stuff. So we're really just focused in on the notepad, the 9-liner, the cache check-in briefing, and then the disable controls. So these three up here will bring up the 3 different pages that we want for controlling cache. And then this right here is disable controls, so what's going to allow us to exit out of the interface and then freeze the interface on our side. And I'll show you what I mean by freeze here in a second. But I have it set to Control N for the notepad, Control V for the 9-liner, then Control B for the open cache check. So let's go ahead and test it out, make sure these controls work. Always press OK. Out. So I'm going to press Control V, and the 9-line populates up. So what we have here is we have this page 1 and a 20. We just saw that jump up right here, and then we have the 9-line, which is on the left hand side. The 9 lines will always pop up on the left hand side, so if you are a pilot or you want to have this open while you have CTAB, what you have to do is you have to switch CTAB over to the right hand side. I'll show you what that looks like here in a second, but if you don't know how to set the control bind for that, once again, controls, configure add-ons, go to CTAB, right here, and toggle interface position. Shift control home. Essentially, we'll shift it over from the left hand side to the right hand side. Okay, toggle interface position. That's already set for me. Shift control, if I had one, I don't have one. I had one. Quick to show you what that looks like. I have my C tab up, but I just noticed it's on the left. I want to shift it. Control, shift, home. And now it is on the other side, so I can open up both of these. I'm going to have both of these right here. So you can see right here this little red text box. It says click enable controls, double click to close. So if I were to double click, it would close out that whole box. And press control again, that opens it. If I click once, that freezes the entire page. So, but it still displays it. So if I wanted to, I can go on comms like I am now and talk in that information. So it's very useful. And then obviously you can either press control V does not work. What you have to press is the disable control key. So for me, it's Control X, and that gets you that box again. Okay, and you can close it, freeze it, or edit, whatever you have to do. So I'm just gonna have it here so I can actually edit the box. And each line here allows you to edit each line. So if you're trying to fill something out, you can fill this out for a different TRP. So let's say you had a bunch of TRPs in the map, where it might be like those might be strike points. You could fill one out already for that TRP. You can literally label it like a TRP somewhere, or down here if you're not using TOT and that sort of stuff. And you can very quickly, you can flip between different pages. If you notice up here, it'll say page 1, page 2, whatever. So you can fill out whatever you want, press save, and that will not only save that page for you to come in and out, but it will save that page into your local files. So from mission to mission, you will actually have those 9 lines saved. Now that might not be a useful feature for the 9 line. It is for the notepad, and I'll show you why in here in a second. See two other controls here, which is clear this and clear all. Clear this will just literally delete whatever you have populated, and then clear all will clear all the sheets that you have. So obviously you might have to clear all, clear this from one operation to the next, but that's not too big of a task to ask someone to do. So we're gonna go ahead and close this one, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna show the close air support check-in. So we can see right here, it has all the information we want, and how you want to use that for your unit or for Omega is up to you. But you do this for the check-in for each bird. You can fill this out beforehand, fill some of that beforehand, like the ordnance. So it's so to be quick when you're coming in and out. Track what assets you have. Again, you can flip between 20. You clear this, clear all, or save it from one to the next. We're gonna go ahead and close that. And the cream de la cream, I think, this mod pack is the notepad, and here is why. You can use this notepad for writing down any type of information, right? Any person can open up any of these things on their own, which is very useful. So for taking notes or doing other things. But the cream de la cream is you can import, literally go in like Word or Google, just type out a bunch of lines, and you have your own template for whatever you want to do. So for this one, this is our HLZ template, right? And you can literally copy and paste that into here, and I'll show you how to do that in a second. But you can save this page, and now every time you go to an operation, right, you have an HLZ template. You can literally go and fill it out. It only tells you like, hey, line 1 is HLZ, line 3 is read back here. And even if you wanted to, let's say, put another one here, right? Literally just click, drag, copy. So Control C, click here, Control V. Like you can literally have a couple of templates saved for different things. Like let's say you don't like the check-in format, or you don't like the 9-line format. But go make your own skeleton key, then literally copy and paste as you want and use the notepad. So this is really the cream de la cream and one of the coolest features of this mod pack. And that is how you use the 9-line mod.